Hello and greetings. My name is Shua, and I am the host and founder of a podcast called Light Up with Shua. It's a weekly podcast on conscious living and parenting. Thank you for watching part one with Sadia Atif. I hope you have enjoyed so far and have subscribed to the channel and are sharing. This is part two with her. Enjoy.
Views that the government should have, check and balance.
Mhm.
And people were so offended on my dad's statement that what do you mean by check and balance?
Yeah, what do you mean by check and balance? Okay.
That as I introduce myself, that I am registered behavior technician. So registered behavior technician mean that I have my credential, and we can go on the BSCB board certified analyst behavior. We can go on that side, and every person who is going to check, anyone can check my credential over there.
Hmm.
So I am, proper credential holder.
Hmm.
For example, in US, if you are going to check the best for your child, if you're looking for BCB, if you are looking for RBTs, you will just go on that side and you will click on research button, and you will add your state and your location and everything, and they will give you a list of all the RBTs that are present in that area.
Hmm.
And now in Lahore, in Pakistan, the people are having awareness of this, that they have to go on the site and they have to check about the active and the current
Hmm.
RBTs.
That is also education, so that they know where to go and it's not a fake place
Because
which.
if you are not trained into this, if you are not authorized to practice something, then how can you are into this practice, and you are just doing experiments on this kid?
Yeah,
You cannot do morally. You
yeah,
cannot do
exactly,
ethically.
morally and ethically. That's important. Wow, Sadia, I'm really very happy to be talking to you because it's really a
Thank
nice
you.
feeling. I am very appreciative of you to take out time because this is so important from many levels. For our
Hmm.
Pakistanis also don't know that we have such hardworking and genuine people who are trying to make a difference on a very grassroots level. This is a very basic
Yeah, very
level.
true.
You're not a government employee. You're not running a government institute, right? You are doing it. This is your own effort. So this should be very much supported. And I hope to take this to a level that, or bring this voice to people of Pakistan and our government, that they should pay attention to this area as well.
Yeah, that is the need of the time.
Yeah.
Like you have talk about the government and the part of the government as well. So government on their part, maybe they are, they are granting some fund, and they are giving
Mm-hmm.
financial aid
Mm-hmm.
to, different NGOs.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no check. Either those people who are deserving, they are getting it, or they are not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Either the fund are reaching to them, or they are not reaching to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that is, something I'm very much concerned about it. For example, we can have such kind of cards, the disability cards, I will say, I will add into it, that we can have those cards only allocated to the parents or to the child,
Mm-hmm.
other than just to give the funds to the NGOs. Because the NGOs, I don't know whether they are facilitating the parent, they are facilitating the child or not.
Yeah. Can you suggest that, because you have been in this for 6 years, I would encourage you to have a plan that you propose to the government what they can do, not that you are trying to get something from them alone, but how can this be made sure that people are trained? What is the procedure that they can find out, or what is the training available in Pakistan, or you import something to be trained, or send people as you have been trained and come back? What is the way that government, because government, if let's say they are not thinking, how can
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
give them a proposal to
Hmm.
bring this about in a authentic, genuine check and with the check and balance way? Do you think that you can
Yeah,
put something
that is a
together?
very good. That is a very good suggestion. But you see, Shua, that this is not a one-man show. I
Yes.
always add into this, because this is not a one-man show. This is not only the battle of a person.
Mm-hmm.
We have to collaborate into this. The family should be involved.
Hmm.
The parents should be involved, and then I can proceed further, or we can
Hmm.
proceed further.
Hmm. Hmm.
um, like in UK or in US, it at least you cannot label the child at the age of 2 years. You cannot label the child at the age of 18 months. They just wait. They wait for the proper evaluation. They wait for the proper diagnose. But in Pakistan, unfortunately, what the practitioners are doing, that if the parents are going to them, and for the sake of only admission, to take the admissions only, they say that, oh, I can see the signs of autism, I can see the signs of speech delay. On the very first observation, how can you
Hmm.
conclude that the child is suffering from autism, or the child is suffering from speech delay, or the child is suffering from a social communication disorder? There is a proper procedure, and the parents should educate themselves before going to such quacks. I must add into this that because they are not doing something into the favor of the child,
Hmm. Hmm.
that is not beneficial for the child.
Okay.
But we have to increase our patience as well.
Hmm.
Being a parent, I do understand. Being a sibling, I do understand that we lose our patience a lot of times. But we have to develop our
Hmm. Hmm.
patience. We have
Yep.
to develop our tolerance first of
Yep.
all.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
After that, we can go to different forms, and we can forums, and we can educate them.
Hmm. Hmm.
First of all, the education begins at home.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
First of all, we have to educate ourselves.
Hmm. Right. Absolutely right.
If
Th-
we are getting irritated by our own children, by our own child, then how can I will be able to heal another child?
Yes.
If
Exactly.
I have an empty cup, or I have an empty glass, how can I will fill your cup? I
Yep.
will never fill that,
That's true. Very good
because
example.
my own is
Hmm.
empty.
That's right. So, is there any suggestion for mothers specifically, not for neurodiverse or typical, just for everybody? Because you did mention that we should spend more time with children, right? Now, what does that mean, right? That if people want to work, women want to work, so
Mm.
where should they leave their children? Like, it's a very difficult balance. What do you think those who are taking care of children, shouldn't they be also educated so that they can take care of their children?
See, Shwa, there is a difference between to do a job just for the sake of earning,
Yeah.
and to do a job for the sake of just time pass, or I am going somewhere and I am doing something. If I have switched into my field, my kids were school going, they were going to school. Now, when I am home, my children are at home.
Mhm.
I have no driver, I have no one to look after them, because I am taking care of them myself. I never believe, I never trust on anyone except them, myself and my husband, because they are our children. Secondly,
Oh,
as
so
you
you
talk
don't
about
have any nanny, not nanny, sorry, nanny या कोई काम this worker or helper or
I do
okay.
have part-time workers, but
Hmm.
at that time I am at home
Okay,
with
not
my
on
children,
them, not
and the worker,
leave
yeah.
them. Okay, okay, okay.
No, 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 not at all, not at all. You
Mm-hmm.
have to, a proper communication, a healthy communication with your children as well. And if you are leaving them on the, maids and on the therapist,
Hmm.
that will never work. That
Okay.
will never work. It will weak the bond. It will weak the, the relationship between of you and your child.
Yes. Is there a probability that if you are, because you are an expert, right? You are a practitioner. So, is there a tendency that you become over observant or over um, watchful of your children?
Not in that sense,
How would
but
you check
yes,
yourself?
uh, to some extent.
Yeah.
Like whenever I see the behaviors of the neurodiverse children, and I see the behaviors of my own children, I can, sometimes I give margin to my own children, and
Mhm.
sometimes I, train the parent to give margin of the neurodiverse children as well, because these children, they are human beings.
Yes.
Of course,
Yes.
they need some time for their own selves as
Extra.
well.
Mm.
All the time, I cannot glue myself to them,
Hmm.
but they should be in your supervision.
Mm-hmm.
They should be, you should observe then what your child is doing or not. For
Mm.
example, my son, he is very fond of Instagram.
Mm.
He has an Instagram account, but on my mobile.
Mm.
So I can see what his
Ah.
messages, how he's doing and how he's receiving the messages. This is a kind of check.
Okay. So you are training the children. You try your best. What you're doing. What are they capable at this stage? I think you would like this question that what is their future, right? This is one of your concerns that what is the future of the children that you are training and helping? What is their future?
Well, if I talk about them, then I am only concerned about their future. For example, we are posting on Facebook and we are, making publicity that we are giving advertisement that we are doing vocational training. Yes, we are doing. But what after that? Where they will go after that? What we have the after plan for them? Where they will go?
You mean by for work?
How
How
they will
will they
survive?
survive or sustain
Yes,
themselves? Yeah.
yes. So
So,
that is a big question mark on that how they will do. On, if I will talk about myself, then I am educating my students
mhm,
for the internships in
mhm.
some of very well-known malls. Um, Happily and I must add fortunately that they are getting agreed on this point that they will offer internship to our students as well. So maybe that will be a positive change here in
Very
Lahore.
good.
I
Mashallah.
can
Very
start.
nice. Very
I
nice.
can start. This is a very little step, I
Yeah.
know, but every step by step, you will move on to nearby your destination.
Because that is part of the education and awareness you're talking about, that to tell
Yes,
the institutes to take these children to do the internship so they can sustain themselves. So,
yes.
can you tell till what age you train the children, and then you also are doing vocational training? That's a lot.
Till the age of 18,
Mm-hmm.
like we are giving them training, because before 18, you know that this is not legal, and it will come under child labor and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So till the age of 18, we are giving them trainings about the vocational training, the concept of the shop, and
Mm-hmm.
some related concepts as
Mm-hmm.
well
Oh,
about money.
I will take your videos and pictures of your projects
Yes,
that you
please.
teach. Please do send me,
Yes,
and I will add that for our audience so they can see
yes,
the whole picture of what your practice and what you do, and how
definitely.
can we support you in this.
Sure, nobody is perfect. I am not perfect at all. But if I will, play the little part at my own, then, this earth will be heaven very soon, inshallah. I do believe in this because the pain we felt and the pain we are suffering, we are going through, nobody else can feel it. We can
Yes.
never be in the shoes of those parents. We can never be in their shoes.
Yes.
The a day and night they are spending with their kids. If I talk about my brother, he is autistic. Plus, he has epilepsy as well. So
Oh.
all the sleepless nights, which my mother has, gone through all those nights and all the miserable days, I can never imagine because that was her own pain.
Yes. Yes.
I can play a very little part, but
That's true.
the success is on her part.
That's true.
That is not my success, that is her success because she was a banker, she was a working lady, and we were four brother and sister, and she has lived a very very hard life, very hard life. And the people who have now opened different centers in Lahore, there is a very big question mark from my side that when my brother was of that age and they were very young and they were practicing in their own fields at that time, why didn't they diagnose him?
Hmm.
And now when I see them in this way that he has opened the school and she has opened the school, those schools are useless for me.
Hmm.
I'm sorry about this
Yeah.
because this is a very, I know, very rude kind of statement, but
I
that is
know.
the truth.
I know.
That is
Thank
the truth.
thank you. Thank you for sharing your heart.
And the smiles on their faces, that is real. I can make you smile, I can, I can do your buttering, and I can say something good about you, and you can, pass me a reciprocal smile to me. But their smile matter a lot, because that is a real smile which you are giving on their faces. That is not fake.
Thank you. So, in your viewpoint, in general, we will talk about all kinds of parents. What is missing in parents nowadays other than not spending time with their children? What else? Giving gadgets, you talked about that. You said more time, it means they are not spending enough quality time, real time, right? What else can you say or suggest and tell the parents? What can they do to save their children?
Sure. If we talk about, if we talk about our own time, then there was a bonding between the neighbors and us.
Hmm,
See,
hmm,
there was more joint family systems. Now the families, they are more into nuclear family system. So this is, I think, a very, something that is missing nowadays,
hmm,
because all the, stories of grandma or the stories of grandpa, and all the time spent with our grandfather, grandmother,
hmm,
and, aunties and khalas, and
hmm,
uh,
hmm.
those all things are missing.
So your
And
parents
this
are
is a time,
in
I
Pakistan?
think,
Sorry, your parents and your in-laws are in
yeah, they
Pakistan?
are in
Okay.
Pakistan.
So but not living with
Yeah,
you.
they are in Pakistan.
Hmm.
No, they are not living with us. They are in a different city.
Okay. Oh, different city. Okay. Okay. So do they visit? Do you visit them?
Yeah, we visit them very frequently.
Okay. Okay. That's
Because I told you that my brother was here with me and he was taking his therapy, and my mother was living with me. And that was again a very long journey. How did we potty train him and each and
hmm.
everything? Because they
Hmm.
are still at the age of 16, 17, he was not potty trained at all.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
So
challenge.
she
That's a
was
challenge.
living with, yeah,
Okay. Okay. So that's good that your children at least had some exposure of your mother,
yeah,
grandparents, and all. But yeah, you are talking in general that is missing, that bigger picture, what they
yes.
get.
Of course, there is you, your husband, and your two kids. For
Mm-hmm.
example, if I talk about myself, that in this house, I'm living with my husband and two kids. So, whom they are talking, other than me and other than my husband, there is no one. They can talk to each other. Still, they need some company. They need some time.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true.
There are a lot of things that they have to share with their cousins. There are a lot of things they have to share with their age fellows.
Anything else before we move on to out of this parenting section?
One more thing. Uh, the parents are the best therapist for their children. Not even 100 therapists can be alternative of you. You have to work for your children yourself. You are the best speech therapist, you are the best ABA therapist, and you are you are everything for them.
Okay. So pay attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Sometimes I think about myself that, as I have discussed, that nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect at
Mhm,
all.
mhm.
There are always very flaws in my own personality, so I have to work on that too.
Yeah. So how do
Because
you
you cannot
self care?
put the pressure of the work on your children,
Yeah.
and you cannot say, oh, today I'm very tired. My field, that is very hectic.
Yeah.
You have to be very energetic, you have to be very enthusiastic, you have to be very passionate if you are in this field. So if I talk about myself, there are days when I'm very down,
Mm,
but then I have to cheer up for my kids, that I have to
mm,
spare
mm.
time for them too, and I have to take them out and I have to spend time with them.
How do you take care of yourself? Mm.
Medicate myself.
Meditate?
A deep breathing exercise, yeah.
Oh, you do that.
Medicate
Wonderful.
myself.
Very nice. Very
Yeah, I
nice.
do that. And deep breathing exercise, and sometimes very slow and sometimes very fast music for me.
Oh, wow. What type of music?
Sometimes very fast music,
Mm-hmm.
as I feel that today I am very hypoactive kind of, and sometimes I feel that I am very hyperactive. So that depends on my mood,
Okay.
how I am today.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Do you walk? Do you
But today
exercise?
I'm blessed that I have you online with me. Yeah, I do walk.
Uh-huh.
I do exercise,
Uh-huh.
but not in early morning,
Yeah.
but at early night
Oh, okay.
when my
Okay.
kids go to bed after
Oh,
that.
oh, wow. So you do the responsibilities, you all done, and then you take care of yourself. Do you
Most of
eat
it,
healthy? Sorry.
only a cup of tea. That
Hmm.
is a kind of a refreshment for me.
Okay. Do you eat healthy?
Yeah, I eat healthy, and in healthy food, I prefer pear and apple.
Oh,
That's the, health, very healthy food for me.
okay.
Pear and apple.
Okay. Okay.
And
Um,
people are of the view that what is the combination of apple and a pear? And I said, I don't know what is the combination, but I like it. So that's why I take it.
okay, okay. So, is there a special diet that do you serve lunch or dinner? It just came to my mind for your children. Do you suggest the parents for a diet also? Is there a healthy diet for the
Only
children?
homemade. Only
Okay,
homemade, yeah.
okay, okay.
Like my son, he is very fond of, junk food, shawarma and roll paratha and burgers and sandwiches. So I prefer to make over the weekend all kind of stuff, stuff, and I just freeze that. And on other than weekends, on the weekdays, I just have a very short time, and you can understand very well
Mm-hmm.
being a working lady.
Mm.
So I have to just serve them very quickly, and I have to fry everything and give it to them.
Yep, yep. Oh,
But
wow.
only the satisfaction for me is the keema is of beef or the keema is of mutton, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm serving them very healthy food,
Hmm. Okay.
and the roti is homemade.
Keema is
That is the
ground meat.
biggest
Yeah.
satisfaction.
For people who
Yes,
don't know what is
yes.
keema, it is ground meat or ground beef or ground mutton. All right, let's move on to what do you like about yourself?
I smile a lot
That is good.
without any reason.
Do you think that, or have people told you?
No, people told me actually because when they notice my dimples, they always appreciate me about that. And every time when I smile, they tell me that you have three dimples. And I said to them, yes, always say them, yes, this is a gift from my father, and this is my God gift.
Very nice. Yes, you have a good smiling face. Very nice. Thank you. Um, Anything you would like to change about yourself?
I'm very, my I'm very sensitive kind of person. So I want to be a bit insensitive. That is the only thing I want to change
Uh,
about myself.
Only thing. That's it. Nothing else to be changed, huh? You like yourself.
No, nothing.
Okay. You
Yeah,
like.
I like myself.
Okay. That's good.
It is not that I am a self-centered person. It is a kind of thing that I think every person has some positive and negative aspects and everything of the personality. But yes, I want to be a bit insensitive.
Okay. Okay. Little more thick-skinned, little less taking everything to the heart, huh? Hmm.
Yes,
Hmm.
and having trust on everyone.
Okay. That's a pure heart.
That's another story as well.
Okay.
I will tell you the story in detail some other time.
Okay, sure, sure. We'll talk about that. What is your definition of failure and success?
Failure and success. If you believe that you will do it, you will do that.
Okay.
Because I have continued my study with my kids. I have, have my credential with my both kids. When I went for my credential and when I went for my exam to Abu Dhabi, my both kids were with me.
Okay.
That was my success because I
Hmm.
thought about that and I have achieved my goals.
Hmm.
And failure is just a fear, nothing else. A fear
Ah.
that you will never do it
Hmm.
or you can't do it. That's a failure.
What is your best relationship?
Best relationship, being a teacher and being a mother. Maybe I'm not a very good wife, but I am very good mother and very good, because every husband has come here to learn about wives.
I know. That's nice. Thank you for your honest answers. um, I'm thinking that we have already passed an hour, so I would say I'm coming to
Really?
yeah, an hour has passed. Okay, when you're having good time, they say you don't know about the time. Sorry?
Yeah. I said it was so lovely to have you here with me, and you know, I actually didn't realize myself that so much time has passed.
Yes, yes.
As you said that 1 hour has passed.
Yes, I was like, oh, it has already been an hour. But that's okay. We are having good time and this is a rich conversation. It's an important conversation. Okay, what is a healthy, fulfilling life? How can a mother, teacher of autistic children who is in Pakistan, where all the news people are telling are negative, what do you think how do you manage fulfilling life, healthy life? Because I can see you are happy and doing well. Mashallah.
Because if there is something that is going to, distress me, and there's something that is making me upset, I have only two words: let it go.
Oh, that is wonderful. That's so important. Thank you.
And it actually worked. In my case, it worked a lot.
In my too. I will join you there. Yes, that's very
Uh,
good.
because, when I got married, I was 17 years old, and I was in my intermediate when I got married, and I have continued my studies since then. And my husband, he was very cooperating, mashallah.
Hmm,
He always cooperate with me.
very nice.
So if I was taking such little things on my heart, and I was married into a very big family. My husband, he is a nine, they are nine brother and sister.
Hmm.
So that was not possible for me to survive in such a big family, and I was the youngest, one, because my husband, he is the youngest of all. So that was very difficult for me to survive in such a big family. So I have learned one thing: let it go.
Wow. Good suggestion for all the girls and the families there because we have so much problem with the in-laws there. So, any suggestions for
Yeah,
that? Any suggestions for that area?
well, suggestion for them is the same, that people will never change. You have to change yourself. If you're thinking something bad about someone else, that ultimately you are doing something wrong with yourself. You will burn your blood. You will have a lot of negative feelings within you, and it will never, benefit you. It will eventually, it is harmful for you. So why you are thinking about the people who are not thinking about you? Just think about yourself. Do good with them. Be kind. I always emphasize on the word that be kind with
Hmm,
everyone.
very nice. What is wealth in your experience?
Wealth is your peace. No wealth can be an alternative of your peace. Either that is a peace of mind, or that's a peace at your heart.
Hmm.
That's the biggest wealth.
What is gratitude for you? What is the importance?
Forgiving, forgiving others, giving love,
Hmm.
forgiving others. I never remember even a single moment when somebody has, they have done wrong to me. Even that, in their case, I sometimes blame myself that maybe it was my fault.
Hmm. What do you eat and become like this and think like this?
I take only 1 cup of tea a day. That's it. Maybe that's why I'm taking caffeine, in very small quantity.
What is the value of time?
Time. Well, time is everything. If you will not value time, time will never give you value, because there is time for everything.
Hmm.
When the time will pass, eventually you will,
Hmm.
you will have a regret about that.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Are you aware of environment, climate change? Do you use less plastic? Are you aware of environment?
If I talk to you about environment, so every person is aware. Every person is aware how harmful plastic is.
Hmm.
Every person is aware that they are destroying the environment. Every person is aware of they are not doing good with the environment. But what they are doing and what they are taking step, nothing.
Hmm. Hmm.
We have to change our attitudes towards the environment and how we can make this world a better place to live.
Hmm. Hmm.
But there are schools, there are NGOs, and there are people who are taking an initiative in planting the trees and some sort of other activities like this.
Have you found purpose of your life?
Yes, my purpose in life was to help other,
Hmm.
and my purpose in life was to be a good mother.
Hmm.
Like my mother was a role model for me. So how she has balanced her life as a working woman and how she has brought us up, given us a very good brought up. So I think that yes.
Any message of hope?
Message of hope. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. Happiness is within you. Happiness is within yourself. Whenever you are feeling down, you have to, make yourself to feel, yes, you are yourself.
Very nice.
No one other is just like you.
Oh,
And yes, no one other is like me in the world.
no, there
I
isn't.
haven't
Yes,
seen a copy of myself in the world. I am a masterpiece in the world. And
yes,
I am the only one.
yes. You're
Very
right.
overconfident, I know. But that is true.
No, no, that is true also. Any message for girls, young girls of Pakistan and the world?
Well, yes, there are certain responsibilities that we have in our lives. Being a wife, we have different roles. Being a mother, we have different roles. And yes, being a professional, we have to play different roles. So just keep a balance between
Hmm.
all your roles.
Hmm.
That is a key to success.
So, Sadia, my last question is what lights you up?
Um, Electric bulb.
Not that only, but what lights you up in your life? What lights you up? What gives you happiness?
Of course, are of course there are some conjuring souls around me,
Okay,
who always pass some positive vibes towards me, and I always feel very, very blessed when I am with them.
okay,
So they always light me up.
very nice. And can you name them? Who they are?
Uh, they are one is my biggest brother-in-law. His
Okay,
name is Atikur Rahman, and
okay,
he's in UK at the moment.
okay.
And of course, my mother, my father, and the students with whom I am working with my full heart and my devotion.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. And thank you. I want to
Thank
acknowledge for
you
your.
so pleasure. It was so pleasure to have you here with me, and I have speak up all my heart with you. I shared with you each and everything
Yes.
on a very lighter mood.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. And this should be taken this way. Whoever is listening or watching should take it lightly, should avoid the judgment, and just take what you're saying in an open way and welcome it. So, thank you again. We shall talk again.
Welcome. Allah Hafiz. Bye.
Thank you for watching part 2 with Sadia Atif. Hope you have enjoyed it. Please share, rate, and review, and definitely subscribe. Light up with Shua. See you next time. Thank you.